Come on in, grab a seat. Don't be afraid to sit up front and close and snugly. It feels better up front, I'm telling you. It really does. Come on in, and we're going to start off with some chants from Soulshine. Welcome to Unity, everybody. Take it away, Soulshine.
Good morning, Unity.
I'm just kidding. Good morning, Unity. There we go. Yeah. We're going to do some chants. We'd love for you to sing along. But we don't sing from our seats. We sing from our feet. So if you feel like it, stand up and show us what them pipes can do.
Here we go.
Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh,
Sing out, come on.
the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, come on. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, I used to think that I had to. I used to think that I should, 'cause the scripture told me, it said, you gotta be good. But now I love 'cause I want to. Now I love 'cause I'm free.
That's right.
I'm guided by the Spirit.
Sing
Yeah. I said the Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, it is. Oh, 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 Spirit of God. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, come on. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, play magic fingers, play. I used to think that I had to. I used to think that I could. 'Cause the scripture told me, it said, you gotta be good. But now I love 'cause I want to. Now I love 'cause I'm free. I'm guided by the Spirit, yeah. The Spirit of God is upon me, yes it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me.
Wowee. What a way to start the day. Good morning, everybody. Aloha. Welcome. Woo. Welcome to Unity, spiritual community of Central Oregon. We are so glad to see you today. Did you guys know it's Easter? Yeah, today's Easter. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We have a wonderful lineup for you today, but I want to start with, if you don't mind, a little intention setting. You might want to call it a prayer or just an affirmation, but just to get us in the frame of mind to receive today. Is that okay with you guys if we start with that? Okay. So if you feel good, you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. Yeah, that's right. Say a sigh out loud. Let's do that. Oh, so good to be here in community together on this beautiful day that symbolizes rebirth, new beginnings. What if we all just open our minds today and allow what needs to be heard, what needs to be received, whatever seeds we need for our own rebirth and new beginning, we just allow them to plant today. What would that look like if you left here today with some inspiration, some wisdom, and a new direction maybe, however small or large? We affirm that we are open, ready, and willing to receive the beauty, the love, the messages that are available to us today. And so it is. Thank you. Well, okay, so it is Easter, right? But we are not just, all about Easter as much as we love that tradition, but as you probably know, many traditions celebrate spring and rebirth and what Easter sort of metaphysically represents, which is new beginnings. Sometimes it's letting go. There's different ways to interpret it, but we have Passover in the Jewish tradition. In Islam, there's Ramadan. In the Hindu, there's the holy festival with all the colors, the powder that they throw all over the place. In pagan, in Druid traditions, all these have the Easter bunny in common. In some form, that bunny is in there, and eggs, because they really symbolize new, birth, fertility, freshness. So that's kind of what we're celebrating. So it doesn't really matter if you're coming here today from a Christian background or any other background, a pagan, a Druid. My favorite is the Thai version of their Buddhist spring celebration. It's not necessarily Easter, but it was last week. Songkran, have you guys heard of this? Okay, you guys, it's a nationwide water fight. Seriously. They ride around on their tuk-tuks and they squirt each other with squirt guns and they throw buckets of water on bypassers as they walk by the street. They hose each other down. It's like 3 days of soaking everybody in the entire country with water because it's the hottest time of the year. And it's amazing. The water, of course, symbolizes washing away and rebirth. Well, man, that's my favorite, I think. And I'm really hoping we can start our own summer Songkran festival out in the parking lot, water fight. Are you guys in? Are you in? All right. Songkran summer. When it gets hot enough, I'm going to be out there with my water gun, and you guys are all invited. We're going to get soaked. Yes. So welcome one and all today to Unity. Everyone is welcome here, no matter your background, all shapes, sizes, colors, orientation, species. You are welcome. You are welcome here, no matter your background. And we have a mission statement that we want to share, and if you read with me, please. And if you want to stand, you can. We stand together to create a global ecosystem of unity, deep wisdom, and loving kindness. And so it is. Awesome. I'm Kevin. Kevin. In case I didn't let you know that ahead of time. Sorry about that. We also want to acknowledge, before we go any further, that this is a beautiful space made possible by the people, the ancestors that were here before us, right? We want to acknowledge the land that was blessed in so many ways to lay the groundwork for us to enjoy it. The native tribes, Klamath, Warm Springs. I know there's others that maybe we don't always recognize. We also have a chair up here which we dedicate to people who can't be here. So if you have someone in your heart that has maybe passed, my mom had her 1-year rebirth last week. So she's always sitting in that chair now with us. And if there's anybody that you would love to be here but they can't be here, put them in that chair. And they'll be here in spirit. I have, who's gonna be my runner for the mic today? Oh, we have multiple. This is often our favorite time in the morning. It's a quick way for you to celebrate anything that you are just happy with, a one-liner. I hear a new baby. Oh my goodness. Woo! Is that Maya? Mara. Woo! Mara! Oh, we could all celebrate that together. Woo! All right, who's got something exciting they want to just share real quick what they're happy about today? Raise your hand and our two lovely ladies will run to you. Without tripping, they don't have any scissors in their hands. Everything is cool. Oh.
Not exciting as a beautiful baby. I'm celebrating spring cleaning. It's truly that the more things I throw away, the more valuable I realize my life is. You know, so I'm celebrating that today. Thank you.
Today, I want to celebrate being here. This community has risen me up, made me feel better. My health is doing better, and the services are wonderful. Soulshine makes it all explode. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Soul shine. All right, over here, Tam.
Good morning. I'd like to celebrate prayer in action. Some of you know I lost my mom in December, leaving my 91-year-old father on his own, so I'm on my way to California tomorrow, and he is moving to the most incredible place I could imagine, multicultural, multi-generational, and so we've been praying about it a lot, and so the Lord is great, and I welcome spring and his celebration and transition.
Nice. We have Monica, and then over here.
Hi, I want to celebrate Anne Marie because she was in the source. She's a member of our Earth Care team, and she got one of the 6 Earth Care Heroes of Central Oregon, and she was actually in there with a little bio, so check it out.
Wow. Congratulations, Anne-Marie. All right.
I'm Haven, and I want to celebrate. My mother passed away on April 7th, and we were not close. I actually had her blocked at the time of her passing, but in the aftermath of this, the last couple weeks, I have felt her presence in the most beautiful way imaginable, and it has been, in a strange way, the most incredibly healing experience. And my mom had so many amazing qualities, and I just want to celebrate her and that she is fully at peace and that all of her trauma is gone, and I just feel how beautiful and overjoyed she is in the other side of this existence.
Nice. Beautiful. Come back there, Pamela.
Morning. I am just filled with gratitude. I've been gone for 3.5 months, and it's so wonderful to be back. But I want to just express my appreciation for what I was able to do on my trip to see my brothers who are in their 80s, my aunt who's 89 and I'm her goddaughter, and my stepsister I haven't seen in 5 years. So it was really an amazing trip. And then on the way back, I got to see my son, who many of you have prayed over. He's 18 months of sobriety.
Eliane.
I am celebrating hearing a voice from above this week. This labyrinth I'm building has become the neighborhood labyrinth already. And all of a sudden, this voice from above said, what's your telephone number? And they were stringing the new fiber optics cable, that's being strung up all over town so we can get our news faster. And it's amazing glass. But he says, what's your telephone number? And so I shouted out my telephone number, and he says, your labyrinth looks different from above.
Nice. One right over here on this side, too. Who's got the mic over here? There we go. Leah. And then Rob. Esther.
I'm celebrating a slower pace of life, having a torn ACL and fractured tibia, and a complete lack of pain because it just feels like what needed to happen to really tune in and listen. So.
Esther.
I'm celebrating my brother visited from Germany, and he was here for 10 days, and for him to make his way to the West Coast to hang out with us was so healing. Both of our parents have passed, and yeah, it was beautiful. So don't give up on any relationship ever.
Good point. Very good. All right, Anne-Marie, and then we got right there, Elwyn.
Some of you may know Terry Johnson. She used to come here. She's a dear friend of mine. I'm celebrating that her daughter Amy just had a baby, and so Terry's now grandmother of a lovely baby girl named Ainsley.
Aww. Okay, two more. We got one right here, and then Donna. Oh, there we go. Three more. Okay. Your turn.
I'm celebrating that my brother made it to Hawaii because he's stationing there.
Ooh, nice. Do you get to go visit? All right, over here. Two more.
Bear with me for a second because this is a lot. I'm Danielle. I haven't been here in about a year, so I'll celebrate being back in this space with all of you.
Woohoo!
First and foremost, on the 11th, which it's been about a week, I lost my godchildren's father to a medical complication, we'll call it, in PTSD. On the 16th, he went to be through the veil. And I am beyond grateful for this portal because that birth and life portal is so thin right now. And he was an officer, he was an undercover agent. And so we've been in the process of honoring what that looks like for a human and the PTSD that comes with that. His wife is a veteran. And so I have been gifted this place of being in service that comes from the energy here, that comes from what we're cultivating, that my soul is in celebration more than I've ever known. And also there's a deep grief. So I celebrate Paul Flores' life today and honor him so deeply. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I think I spoke before about the gift of sitting still, once you know what you want to do in the world. So on Friday, so this week, I got a last minute amazing dog sit. I got a call to do a private vision board for a business. I got a call to do an intuitive reading, which led to another session with her. And then I did 4 readings yesterday at the Healers. And last night there were three of us at the Sing Fling, and it was so deep and so beautiful, and I'm so grateful for Sonia and Nate, who have amazing voices. So I'm in the gratitude, and I just recommend that attitude for everyone.
Yeah. Attitude of gratitude. Perfect. Thank you, ladies. You can bring those right up here. Thank you. Thank you. Did you press the little button to turn them on? Okay. You just put them on that chair right there. Thank you. All right. We are going to bring our kiddos up here to give them a little blessing so they can go off and prepare for something which is unmentionable. Ilana's here. Who's helping Ilana today? Who's your buddy? Tor. Come on up, y'all. You guys take front center stage. Go in the front. You can go in the front, yeah. All right. If you all would join me, look at how many amazing, whoa, woo. Let's bless these young ones here. We appreciate the holy gift you are. We see my light shining from you. May you always know. May you always bring your gifts freely and fully to the world. Namaste. Woo. All right. Have fun, kids. Hopefully you guys all brought your eggs that you decorated earlier. There were some beautiful, thank you, beautiful eggs. Thank you. All right, let's talk about what's going on. The Spirit of God is upon me right now. Sound bath, not tonight, but guess what? Starts next Sunday with Shriman. We'll now be heading up. There he is. He's going to bring his new baby, and it's going to cry and relax you in sound bath. He's going to make lullabies and stuff. So that may or may not happen, but you never know. But you've seen Shriman on the stage with his meditations that he's guided us. Beautiful. Just such a healing, beautiful presence that I'm super excited for this new era in sound bath starting next Sunday. So give it a break tonight, come back next Sunday, and enjoy. Men's group is this Monday, deep dive every week, Wednesday at 6. There's an Earth Care meetup Friday at 6, and this Saturday is our family kitchen volunteering. We do that once a month now. And anybody here who wants to join, Claire and I will usually head up the group, and we'll go down to the family kitchen down in downtown Bend, and we prepare meals, we make the food, serve it to them. It's amazing. It's really an amazing experience, and everybody is welcome. Kids are welcome if you have an adult with you at all times. So you can't drop your kids off there and leave them for the day. Sorry. You got to work with them if you're going to bring them there, so keep that in mind. This is exciting. May 1st coming up. Veda Austin. I don't know how many of you heard. I know some of you have heard about Veda and turned us on to this. I highly recommend go to the website, look at some of the videos. She has amazing, amazing discoveries about the power of energy and water. She's taken, you guys are familiar with Dr. Emoto from many, many years ago, who talked about the messages from water. She's taken it to the next level. And she's on a international book tour, and we're the only Northwest stop right here in Unity for her Northwest, her book tour. So she'll be here doing a workshop. Fortunately, it's a substantial one, 4 to 8, so it's a good long workshop. She has books and everything. Go watch her videos. You'll be blown away, and you're going to want to go to. And it's about halfway sold out already. They're mentioning it's to the whole town of Bend, so it's going to sell out. So I would suggest get some tickets. There's some plays coming up next week. I don't know anything about these plays, Who Killed Liberty Valance and The Foreigner, but we always have plays, not always, but we do have plays here, and they're a lot of fun, so come check one of those out if you feel like playing. And very important, today at 1 p.m. we have our Unity Town Hall. This is our quarterly membership and everybody meeting, so everybody is invited if you want to have an idea of what's going on, what our future is looking like, what your part you can play in that. Highly, highly recommend you stay for that if you can. At 1 o'clock today, 1 to 3, okay? And there's more good stuff on our website, of course. Just go on the website, check it out, find out what's going on. And that is about all for the announcements, I do believe. So I think it must be Soulshine time, because Eric is like busting a move to get up here. So welcome up, Soulshine.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to feel, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns. Unending love, amazing grace. The Lord has promised good to me. His word my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns. Unending love, amazing grace. Oh, my chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns. Unending love, amazing grace. Sing it, baby. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. The sun forbear to shine, but God who called me here below will be forever mine. Will be forever
got it. He's got it. There we go.
Take your time, Eric.
We're pretty lucky, huh? Very blessed. That's such a beautiful. Thank you, Eric and Dave. Well, I am very excited that we have Reverend Ruth Miller back with us on her monthly visit. Many of you know, some of you are, I see some newish faces here, you might not know. She is our interim minister as we progress towards our next phase in ministry, but she has been helping us beautifully. And she's got so many credentials, like I'd be here for the whole 20 minutes of her talk, listing them if I actually did that. But I want to share with you just, we've been hosting her at our house this weekend as she's here, and we had a chance to talk last night at dinner. And one of the things I love about Ruth is that she, kind of like me, she balances the very creative, the soul and touch part of her with the very geek side of herself as well. Like, she is the smartest cookie you're ever going to meet. And I mean that in a good way. You know, I know you're not into, like, carbohydrates and stuff, but I'm going to use the cookie analogy. Yeah. And turn that one off. Okay.
You got the Rice Krispie mic.
So I'm just very excited to welcome someone who I think we can connect with our hearts so easily, and yet we can be impressed with her knowledge and her experience and her wisdom so easily as well. So this is a rare gem that we have today and once a month for a while. So welcome, Reverend Ruth.
This morning I've gotten accustomed to hearing. A wild soul sanctuary. Never heard that anywhere else. And I know a couple of you are going, really? I have a story I'm going to share with you. It has nothing to do with what I was going to talk about, but I think it'll be interesting. I've been working with this marvelous woman who is a retired ultrasound therapist, you know those folks, and she had her own business and she traveled all over the country, spending months here and months there and months there. And her favorite months were up in the far north of Canada, not even in Alaska, but in northern Canada. And she got to know the locals, and she built this marvelous relationship with the land. And she loves to snowshoe and sled and all those good things. So it really worked for her. And at one point, she decided, I need some time off. So she went and she rented a mule and a horse and took off by herself into the woods. And she was sitting at the campfire, and the horses were going, there was something wrong. And she's looking around and she sees the glowing eyes on the edge of the circle. And she blesses them. Thank you. You can stay there. We will stay here. All is well. And then the next morning, they're still there. And they're just sitting there and they're looking at her. And they call and they sit there. And then one of them gets up and kind of comes toward her and goes away. And toward her and goes away. And she finally figures out that they want her to follow them. So she does. And they took her to their den where their pups were. And she spent 3 days in that den with those wolves. Now that's a wild soul. High point of her life, I think. Completely reshaped her whole life. Yeah? Whew. 3 days in the wolf's den. 3 days in a cave. 3 days of the long, dark night of the soul. Those 3 days are very, very important parts of our spiritual journey, whatever they were for us. For her, clearly. For the man that we know as Jesus Christ, it was the time that he honored a 1,000-year-old tradition at that time of the anointed one being publicly executed, put into a rock cave tomb, and on the third day, having the priestess who anointed him find him at that cave, or not. That had been around for a very long time. If anyone in Jerusalem at that time had been a Babylonian by tradition, they would have said, oh yeah, this is normal. It was the defining moment of one's anointing. And there was a standard process that went with it, and part of the reason that the biblical story is that Jesus rode into town on a donkey was part of that story, and part of the reason that Jesus went into the temple and threw all the tables over and got everyone really angry at him was to make this all happen. In that tradition, there would be this public execution of this person that is somehow not okay, even though he'd been anointed the King of Kings and Lord of Lords for all time ever. This happened every 7 to 9 years, depending on how long it took Venus to complete her flower of life transits across the sun. This was normal. And when that was complete, the execution and the opening of the tomb 3 days later would happen. Marduk and Tammuz are some of the names associated with that tradition. The earliest one I can find of that is 3500 BC. So as we go through this historical and consistent pattern, we find there has to be a high priestess anointing him. Well, we know in the gospel stories that someone showed up with the alabaster jar and anointed this man. And there's various versions of that, but most of us think it was the Magdalene, who is always portrayed with an alabaster jar and is always portrayed taller than all the other people, which means she was a very important person. And it had to happen at the time of the spring equinox. And it also had to happen when there was a known eclipse of the sun. The Babylonians knew these things. The Romans, not so much. And so it was all very carefully orchestrated. And what we call the last Thursday, or the Last Supper, on Thursday night, Maundy Thursday, for those of you who are in the more high church traditions, Maundy Thursday, Last Supper, was the Passover feast. And the Passover feast, if anyone has been through it, has this marvelous, marvelous process that you go through. And one of the sets of words in the Passover feast, in what's called the Haggadah, and for those of you who are in the room who are in that tradition, Acharon Shel Pesach. Yes, today is the last day of Passover. At that time, the night before the solar eclipse, they had a Passover feast. And as I said, the Haggadah, that is the description of all the things you have to do on Passover, includes the lines, "Do this in remembrance of me," holding and blessing the wine and the bread. It also includes all of the words that are in the standard blessing of the bread and wine, we'll just say that, in the Catholic tradition. So I grew up in the Protestant world, but my aunt decided that her experience of Christianity involved so much hypocritical stuff that when she married the son of a rabbi, she would convert. So my aunt and uncle's family were Jewish. And that was where I spent my college years, and I got to take care of the kids. And Friday night, every Friday, we had Shabbat. And it was marvelous, and I heard the Hebrew, and it was beautiful. And then one time they actually had an English version of the Hebrew. And I went, ooh, this is interesting. And I took it home, and I began to look at it. Well, then, after a few weeks, I had a new roommate in college, and she was Catholic. And there was a Catholic center on campus. Many of you know about Newman Centers. And I escorted my new roommate to this place because she'd never seen there, never been there. And it was not long into the English version of the Mass, and the priest got up and said exactly the same words I just said on Friday night at Shabbat. Oh my, isn't that interesting? And that was, for me, the deciding moment for an interfaith life. And then I went on into anthropology and studied the religious traditions of about 36 other cultures. And that was when I decided that even though my scientist training and self was going, I can't see how there could possibly be a God, everybody else on the planet thinks so. I think I'll take it as a working hypothesis. All of which is to say, it's all one. Yes? Yes? It's all one. Whether we find our spiritual connection in the natural world or in this marvelous combination of words and music that happen in a space like this, or whether we find it alone under a tree, or whether we find it, driving in our cars through the most beautiful country in the world, right? Some of this that I get to drive through is just like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Whether we find that connection through the kinds of things that go on in the Maori tradition or in the Hawaiian tradition or in the Sonoy tradition or it doesn't matter. It's all one. Which I love about what you opened with this morning. Thank you, Kevin. I also need to tell you that today is the 3rd Sunday in April. That makes it Go Fly a Kite Day. There's a kite contest happening in Lincoln City if you want to get over there. So when we know that it's all one, we don't have to get, he didn't do it right. Right? We don't have to get to those boundaries and those walls and those triggers that say, oh, it has to be this way. We can be open to discovering what might possibly be, as she chose that wonderful word, portal. What is my portal here, right? Yeah. For what it's worth, my publishing company is called Portal Center Press. And when we're being willing to see the possibility of a portal here, then we can go back into whatever our previous experience was if we are somehow recovering from some church or temple experience and look at all of it in a new way. Which is why I told you the Babylonian version of the resurrection story first. Yeah? Now, those of you who study the Course in Miracles are aware that the voice that calls himself Jesus, the Christ who dictated the Course in Miracles, said, I am not separate from you. I am not someone to be worshipped. I'm your older brother. I just went there first. Isn't that interesting? It's very clear in the Course in Miracles that there is no one person that is the offspring of the divine or Son of God, but that all beingness is the offspring of the source of all that is. All beingness, including microphones. Including whatever else it is that we are looking at. All beings, all beingness is that oneness expressing in wonderful ways. And those of you who've been in my class are aware that, if this, for some reason, happened to be the source of all that is, I'm out here, one of the cells on the fingertips. The same stuff, totally interconnected, right? Totally part of, with all the same qualities as the source and supplier and nurturer of all that is, that in the gospel, Jesus called Abba, which means daddy. The infinite source of all that is daddy. Woo. And so if I know that, then I go back to the story of Easter morning. The Magdalene goes to where the tomb is, and she is prepared, if necessary, to finish the anointing of the body for the wrapping up for the final burial of that body. That was a temporary placement of that body. And she goes and she finds that the huge stone that had been rolled in front of this tomb has been rolled away. And the centurions that were posted there to make sure that this dangerous man was not in any way taken away are gone. And it's not quite dawn. She's technically not supposed to be there because she's supposed to be still honoring Shabbat until dawn, but that's another story. So she's there in that twilight. You know that time when you can sort of see things, either before the sun has come up or after the sun has set, but it's all kind of misty and gray and it isn't quite clear? That was when she was there. And she became aware that there was a figure in the garden. But her first reaction before she became aware of that was, where have they taken my Lord? Well, that's a formula. That's exactly what had been said for 3,000 years before that. Where have they taken my Lord? That means that was the formula for, oh my goodness, it worked. All their careful planning to make sure that he was publicly executed at the point of the solar eclipse so the sky would be black when he gave up his spirit. And there would be an earthquake, because there's almost always an earthquake around the equator when there is a solar eclipse at the equator. It all came together. And rather than hanging on a cross for 24 hours, which would be normal in the Roman culture, he was there for about 3. Total of 6 from the time Pontius let him go to the time that he said, it is finished. Now, we can get into some fun stuff about why and how he knew how to do that. But what the Course in Miracles and many other channeled sources are telling us is that he was doing that to show us that we are free, not to do something for us that we can't do for ourselves. So the way that he understood, according to these channeled works that are coming out today, what he was doing was that by demonstrating that it is possible to overcome even a very public, very painful execution, we could be freed from our belief that we could be punished, that we could be in pain, and that we could die. Wow. And that is what unitics get to celebrate. That's unity heretics. I love to do a class I call Ruth's Heretical Look at the Bible. But that's really what we are celebrating. This guy showed us that when we know there is no separation between us and the source and nurturer and sustainer of all beingness, we are free. Emily Cady, one of the teachers of Unity, the first teacher of Unity materials, she created Lessons in Truth. She was a holistic physician in New York City, and she discovered that when she knew there was no separation between her and the divine, her patients got well and she didn't have to do anything. When she knew there was no separation between herself and the divine, and she also knew there was no separation between her father, who happened to be being imprisoned in a Spanish prison during the Spanish Civil War. No, it's not happening. I guess it's happening. On mute. It was on mute. So when she knew that not only was she in no way separated from the divine, and that her father was in no way separated from the divine, after over a year of having ambassadors and senators and all these people do what they could, and nothing had happened to her father, the Spanish prisoner, 3 months later, he was in New York with her. It took 3 weeks of her being in that space, not doing, but being. And that's the freedom. There is nothing. And in fact, one of the people who taught the Fillmores, who created Unity, Emma Hopkins, used to say, the power to know that there is nothing to do is the greatest power you can possibly experience. Woo! The power is in the being and the knowing. So what did the Babylonians do? That they were able to have guys publicly executed, put in a tomb, and have the high priestess come and say, he's gone, and have him walk around on the planet afterwards. They knew the same thing. It has nothing to do with the culture in which we are raised. It is the same understanding. When a shaman in any indigenous culture is able to facilitate the restoration of harmony in the community, in the ecosystem, and in the individual, it's because they know and they feel and they claim from that place the truth of harmony, the truth of well-being. Now, some of you are attending a little Thursday night Zoom that I'm doing on prayer. All the different ways that New Thought teachers have taught us how to get to that space and what to do in that space, which is not doing, it's simply being. But we don't have a word for that thing where I'm being and something's happening. And in this 5:30 on Thursday night's class, we've talked about the nature of what we call prayer. And almost all of us have some prayer we know how to recite in some language or other, yes? Might be Sanskrit, might be Hebrew, might be English, might be Latin. Ave Maria. And those words are not the prayer. That's the thing that someone lost along the way. So when I was in college having Shabbat with my Jewish family and then going to Mass on Sunday with my Catholic roommate, I had to get past the words. Because clearly what the Catholics were saying was happening and what my Jewish family was saying were happening were very different, but they were using the same formula to get to a place, and it was the place that is important, not the formula, right? And in fact, some people call the Lord's Prayer the great formula. Yeah. What it is a summary of the regular Jewish morning, afternoon, and evening prayer. But it is the great formula. That is, you repeat it over and over again, and you get to that state. In fact, Emma Hopkins, the Fillmore's teacher, used to say on her 4th lesson, repeat the Lord's Prayer 15 times every Thursday morning, so that when a person comes to you for the 3rd or 4th time, you're going to be in a place where you know the truth. And there is no question. And they walk away healed. Because if you repeat a known formula, whatever formula it is, I don't care what the language is. I don't care what the process is. It might be ringing these beautiful bowls. It might be playing the flute. It might be repeating words. The smells, the bells, the words of all the traditions are simply to get us to that place of knowing. And truth is what we need to know, yes? Truth, the beingness, the love, the everlasting, eternal love that is all that is, has to be all we see. Now, when Kevin and Claire and I were talking about last night, they asked me a little bit about how I got to this understanding. And one of the pieces that has helped me a lot was a little pamphlet that Unity has in the past put out, I think you still can get it, called The Golden Key. Anyone remember The Golden Key? Yeah. The Golden Key. Whatever it appears to be out there, it appears out there. It appears to be an issue or a challenge or a problem. It's not out there. And there is only one thing to do in that situation, and that is to be in the Shem, the nature, the name of the one. And you do that by focusing on the nature of God, of the Lord, of love, of beingness, whatever you want to call the source and nurturer and supplier of all that is. Yeah. That's being. And it's wonderful. We are called to be in the name of whatever beingness works for us to feel oneness. It's just fine. So in that name, Shem is the Hebrew word, and Shem, like every other word in Hebrew, has about 6 possible meanings. And they basically all say in the nature of, in the qualities of, in the characteristic of, in the consciousness of that divine beingness. When I enter into that, then anything that looked like a problem or an issue or a challenge must dissolve. And that, the Course in Miracles tells us, is what Jesus was trying to teach us. How to be that, and therefore be freed from all of the limitations of the material and bureaucratic structures we have created as a culture, as humanity, in order to protect ourselves from what he told us is non-existent. And that's the essence of unity. Being in that one. Feeling the joy and the gratitude and the appreciation that allow us to be who we truly are, which is that little cell on the end of the expression of the source of all that is, with all those qualities and all that power that if we knew deep down were ours, we would move mountains with our words and our thoughts and our claims. We wouldn't have to build big machines to do that. We have faith in machines. Let's put faith in the Shem. Yes. So on this fabulous morning, could it be nicer? I don't think it could. That has been celebrated for 2,000 years by Christians, and for, I documented 5,000 years by the people who call the divine goddess Estera,
Easter, and an additional 400 or 500 years with the Babylonians and the Chaldeans. We honor the fact, the reality, capital R reality, that which we call divine cannot die, and we are the same as what we call divine. That's what we're here to know and to experience. And spring is such a marvelous time to do that, because everything that looked dead is coming alive. Even the old oak tree outside of Elaine's house is looking alive. The buds are springing on it. Yes, it is, because life is reality. The other side of the veil. Oh, I loved hearing about that. Yes, it's eternal. We are eternally alive. That's truth. And nothing that appears to be out there can ever interfere with what is true in here. And the more we are it, the more fully we experience it out there. And spring is our reminder. And Estra, who is the source of the words estrogen and hysteria and a few other things, reminds us of that when she comes into the valley, wherever we are, or comes up the mountain with her rabbits and the eggs of the new babies, birds that are being brought. So my friend makes this for me. A number of you have commented on it. A friend of mine made this little necklace for me to remind me of what this season is about. And it's bird and flower and egg. And it's just to help us know. We have little reminders and big reminders all over the place. Yes? Use them, please. As we in this room, as we who are associated with unity or in the whole New Thought movement, come more fully into that beingness that is who we truly are, we will see spring and well-being more and more in our world, our shared world. And this is what we want, yes? This is all we really want. We all really want the same thing. We all have different hows. The what's the same. So let's focus on the what. Unity in divinity. Each of us individually and all of us collectively, so that when, as the song says, the old earth dissolves as snow, the new heaven and earth together emerge. And that's what the book of Revelation is about. But we'll talk about that another time. Thank you all.
Wow. Okay, it's time for meditation. Get comfy in your seat. If you feel like you want to close your eyes, please do. Feel your feet upon Pachamama. So today what we're going to do is we're going to go on our own Easter egg hunt. The kids are doing one, so why not us, right? So I want you to go to your favorite place in nature. And this meditation is about resurrection. As you're seeking these different eggs, I want you to pick the egg up and open it and see what maybe needs to be resurrected. Maybe more joy, maybe more singing, maybe more connection to source, to nature, whatever needs to be resurrected in your beautiful life, and to just see what shows up. And also know that the divinity is within and all around us at every moment. And as I play the flute, let the sound and the vibration and the frequency send these things that are being resurrected and affirm them. And remember, I just love this whole thing about the eternal. That vibration and frequency is eternal. It never goes away. So you have a lot of power right now. As you come back to the room, as you open your eyes, we are one. Anything that shows up as not that one is not the truth. We are one, we are divine. We are high priests and high priestesses. And our words and our intentions and our love matters in this world. And so it is.
You could never know what it's like. Your blood like winter freezes just like ice. There's a cold, lonely light that shines from you. You'll wind up like the wreck you hide behind that mask you use. Did you think this fool could never win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. Got a taste of love in a simple way. And if you need to know while I'm still standing, you just fade away. But don't you know I'm still standing, better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. And I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. Once I never could hope to win, starting down the road, leaving me again. The threats you made were meant to cut me down. And if our love was just a circus, you'd be a clown by now.
Still standing, right? Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Oh, and no, that's a good chant. We could use that, right? To get into the Shem, to get into the quality, to get into the divine nature, because we are still standing in our beingness, yes? In the beingness of oneness, in that power. That power is who and what we are. And when we know this is who we are, we know the truth of our being. And when we know truth, you're fine. When we know truth, we're fine. All is well, yes? So let's go into that place of power. Let's feel that power moving in us and through us. That power that dissolves anything that is not beauty and joy, anything that is not divinity. That power that brings forth always good. The creative process that is who and what we are. Declaring and knowing only good can be, whatever we call good. And so as you consider a person or a situation or anything that feels a little out of sorts, a little tweaked or a lot, just bring that knowing, that power, that wisdom, that truth into that situation. Feel that power moving. Feel that love unfolding any twists and turns. Feel it and know the truth of being with and for all those involved. Because as we know it, they must know it. It's all one mind. We're all one. It is so. Yes. And so, resting in the awareness that what we have claimed, what we have known to be true, must be so. We're deeply grateful that this is how our lives are designed to be. And this is how the universe works. We know the what. We hold that. And the how comes forth around us, through us, and as us. And so we can together claim the truth that the good is present. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you.
Breathe in and know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go and know I am.
Thank you for that beautiful prayer, Reverend Ruth. And speaking of prayer, you might notice there's a green form, and on the screen, soon to be shown, a way to submit your prayer claims electronically, or you can fill them out. And one of the really cool things about this community is we have prayer team. And I would love for anybody on the prayer team who's here, just stand up or raise your hand. There we go. William, Robin, Aaron, Sonia, Dave. We are all part of your prayer team, meaning that if you want a personal response, we will contact you one-to-one via text, phone call, or email, and affirm with you what you want to affirm. And they also go to Silent Unity, which is prayed upon 24/7 for a month, which is pretty darn powerful. So take advantage of it. Honor us with the ability to pray with you, because it really brings joy to us and power to us to pray with you. So take advantage of that. Anybody here for the first time today? Ooh. Hey, does anybody here for the first time feel like saying, hi, my name is? Go. Oh, yes, nice. Here we got. Claire's going to run a mic over to you. We just want to be able to hear you and acknowledge you and welcome you. There we go.
This is just something online. Hi there. My name is Leanne, and I'm here with my family, Roger and Lila, and we got invited by our dear friends, Shuman and Tara, and we're celebrating the beautiful gift of Mara here with us.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Anybody else want to say hey? We got some back there. I saw some over there, maybe. I'm over here. Nice. Okay.
My name's Glenn. I'm from Columbine Unity in Boulder, Colorado. I'm one of 4 founding members.
Wow.
I'm on my way to Alaska, where I work in the summer. I'm picking up a trailer from Bend, Oregon here today or tomorrow. So I was driving into town. I thought, I wonder if they have a Unity Church. And here I am. So nice to be here.
Yeah. That's actually one of our primary advertising spots, is the trailer pickup place. That's what we get. Everybody is from there. It's amazing. Yeah. Hi.
I'm from San Diego, Boise, Idaho, and Nashville.
Wow.
I'm here.
Welcome, welcome. I saw more. There's one right over here, or a couple right here. Clarabelle. Clarita Chiquita. Fancy Pants. There we go.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Robin Morrison, and we live in Madras, and this is our first time at a Unity, and first time at this one.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm Jerry Hill. Come with Robin, and our dog Amos is out in our little van. We already did the labyrinth, but Amos wasn't really good about staying in the little...
Didn't follow the line.
What's
What's up with that?
What's the point? But what we want. Anyway, thank you. We feel so welcomed here. I really appreciate it deeply.
Awesome, awesome. And we are working on a doggy labyrinth too. Our doggy labyrinth will be ready soon.
Yeah, that's your next project.
Elian, doggy labyrinth. We're putting you on that. Okay, anybody else? I think I saw over here. One more, Claire.
Go, Claire, go. Go, Claire, go.
I know. She does Pilates now, so it's really good.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. This is my husband, Jeremy. And we've been to this space a few times for theater productions and whatnot. But this is our first time coming for service, anything regarding Unity.
Thank you. So glad to have you guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Lila.
Mila.
I'm from Bend, Oregon. Yeah.
Woo! That's the best. Anybody else new today? You missed anybody? Okay. Great. If you are new, and if you feel like grabbing a blue card, we have everything color-coded for you for ease of use. There's a blue card in the back of the seat, like you're holding up right here. And you can fill that out, and we will get in touch with you through email with our newsletter primarily, and just let you know what's going on, because we got a lot of really cool stuff going on in this space here in our community. So thank you for signing the blue cards if you want to get on board. And that's it. Well, we do want to give you a chance to give something. Oh, yeah. You know, Ezekiel and I were actually talking, important part, we were talking about abundance the other day, and you were sharing with me the analogy of the glass half full or half empty, but what if the bottom of the glass was just gone and stuff just flowed through it continuously? And I thought, that's a cool way to look at it, like just flow, constant flow. There's no end to it, and there's no end to the possibility. And that really gave me a good metaphor. So, no stagnation, because water stagnates. Anything stagnates when it just sits, right? And it's the same with our treasure, our time, our energy. If it just sits, it doesn't do any good. So keep it flowing. That's kind of the analogy that I got from that I really love. So as our greeters, come on up, greeters. We've got some baskets you can put in. We're gonna let them pass through. So each person, whether you want to contribute or just put your energy, please just hold this basket, put your loving hands over it, and bless it. At the very least, that's all you need to do. It's gonna make a huge difference. It's gonna be magic. So we'll send these beautiful baskets out with these wonderful people and let them be blessed. As Dave plays the famous song.
I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. And I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. Muchas gracias. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. I got gratitude in my soul. In my soul, baby. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. Well, thank you very much. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all.
Hello? Hello? Nico? Hi. 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 I love the little ad-lib section that they kind of leave open there for like, yeah, gratitude, thanks, woo, yeah. It's free-flowing around here, it's good. All right, let's bless these gifts right here.
We're here all week.
From the love of pure spirit within us, we bless these gifts. We send them forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Woo, thank you, everybody. We're going to finish with our prayer of intention, a way to kind of send us off into the world today. And don't forget, if you have kiddos, there's the Easter egg hunt. It's going to happen right after service. And if you want to go and watch, you cannot steal eggs from the kids. Come on. Well, Next year we'll let you steal eggs. But this year, it's all for the kids. So go on out and bring your kiddos or watch them and support them as they search for eggs. All right, last thing. Perfect way to celebrate our rebirth today in whatever way that is meaningful for you. Holy light shines within and all around me, a presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world. I go forth from here in the morning to bless the world with my loving light. And so it is. Woo! Happy Easter, everybody. Enjoy. We got lots of good food out in the lobby, too, so have a break. And don't forget to be here at 1 o'clock.